Okay, we are live. So while people join, a couple of things. As I was saying, I will be probably doing 1 or 2 classes for Sandhya Vandanam for boys or men, whosoever wants to learn. It is no age bar, no
But gender bar.
gender bar. So Sandhya Vandanam, and if there is a critical mass, then we can do more. Quite a few of them are very excited with the tips that I'm giving. So the question is, there is so much to learn. What else can we do? So as I said, I have the option of connecting to the experts in India. So there are a couple of Pathashalas with whom I work very closely. One of them have come forward to do Skype or Google Hangout based sessions. He can speak only Tamil, a little bit of English, so he wants me to translate, and as long as I'm willing to do it, he's okay to do the sessions. He says, we will give me some topics, I will focus on the topics and talk. Or I will talk, then you can say out of all what you talk, these are the topics that I'm more interested, then we will zoom into those areas. So how we utilize those 5-10 sessions, it is up to us. In return, I think we all can just donate a little bit to them for helping their Pathashalas. They are all running Pathashalas. Again, I won't be collecting any money in Vedic Sampradaya. It is not registered for accounting. I will give you the address. You can do your background checks. If you feel, you can donate. If you don't feel, also it is fine, because I keep doing my part of it. So they'll be taken care of. But my guru has said, anything that you learn, if you don't at least give 1 paise Guru Dakshina, that is, Vidya is not going to be absorbed.
Guru and Joseph are the 2 things you have to pay.
You have to pay. So that option is there. Whenever there is a critical mass, we can initiate that, right? So I'm sorry, I think I can see about 6 people. There were some technical issues. We have been able to resolve it. So we'll get started with the Sanskrit class, Visarga Sandhi. I hope last week all of you were able to follow and learn. And there are a lot of newcomers who probably saw the recording. They have given written feedback and oral feedback. It seems they are enjoying the compilation, because all of them have tried to learn Sanskrit as a proper class. They lost interest. They were not able to cope up after some time. But they said this 3-page or 2-page is like easy, bang on.
Like a cheat sheet. No, quick reference guide.
Quick reference guide, Mari.
We don't cheat.
And they're enjoying it. So that is what is encouraging us to move forward. Why don't we quickly revise whatever we learned last time, right? We learned the vowels. So Laina, each one of you can say loudly so that even online people can hear. And online people, please practice when you hear the people in front of me say things, so you can also practice. Any questions? As always, I'm available on WhatsApp. I've kept it open. You can say, slow me down, I can't hear, repeat it. All of those things are possible. Yeah. Sujata Ningarmi.
A, I, U, U, R, L, L,
லம்போதர சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா, அதேதான். அந்த ல வந்து ல. Don't say lu, but l. Yeah.
A, I, O, ow.
Correct. Dependent words, huh? Dependent vowels. The second line.
A, I, E, U, U, R, R, A, I, O, O.
What does the circle denote?
The symbol. Sorry, the consonants.
Right, but what does the circle denote?
Consonant.
Consonants.
You can replace that with any of the vowels or consonants. Right?
Right.
So if you put ta, it becomes ta, ta, ti, ti. You put ka, it becomes ka, ka. So you can replace. It's a placeholder.
Placeholder or like the dot in the coming, the ik plus a, ka.
Illa. This circle is a placeholder.
Placeholder, just a placeholder.
So you can replace the circle with any vowel or consonants. So whatever you saw in the first line as vowels, the a, when you combine with the dependent vowels first syllable, you get the second of the first line. So that is how it will work. So if you put, instead of circle, if you put ka, it will become ka, ka, ki, ki, ku, ku.
So that's a placeholder.
Placeholder, right?
So ru will become kru.
Kru. Yeah, you don't say kru, but you say kru. So you say Krishna. You don't know, close your lips. Krishna. Right? Krishna. Trupti. It is actually Trupti. Trupyata. Trupti. Adhe Krishna. What people normally say is Krishna. There is no Krishna. Krishna started because people started writing in English as Kri.
Yes.
It is actually Kru.
Krishna.
And then what does the second one?
Kru.
Is it?
அடுத்தது
Kruk in example.
ru, the ru இருக்கு இல்லையா? So
ரிஷி இருக்கு இல்லையா?
So if it's with ka,
ஆமா. அது வராது. அந்த இடத்துல வந்து நீங்க செகண்ட் லைன் பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்க அந்த ராவே இல்ல.
Okay.
So you directly put, instead of circle, you put the letter.
Right.
Correct? You are mixing up with the first line ru and ru.
Okay.
That in itself is a vowel.
Okay.
Here you put, instead of the circle, you keep on replacing the circle with the consonant of the vowel. Right?
Okay.
That's the easiest way.
Okay.
Sorry, repeat.
You see the circle, right? In the second line, you take the circle away.
It's the same thing in the chant.
Instead of the circle, you put ka or ta or ta. You'll get the whole row.
இப்போ ஃபர்ஸ்ட்ல வந்து it is a இல்லையா?
அது புரிஞ்சது. But in case of
ra
ருக்கு அது வரவே வேண்டாம். ஏன்னா உங்களுக்கு ரெண்டுமே முன்னாடி இருக்கு. ரு இருக்கு பிளஸ் ரு இருக்கு, ரெண்டும் இருக்கு.
So the first ருக்கு Krishna and then the second
இல்ல அதுக்கு சம்பந்தம் இல்ல. You go with the, I'll give you an example. இப்போ first vowel double A இருக்கு. There is a circle and there is a stem, vertical stem. You take the circle away, you put ka. So ka plus that becomes ka. So ka is Kamini. As an example. Right?
I got the until the
so ka, ki, ku, ku. Like ku is Kumar, ku is Kushmanda. So you get words for each one of those things. U. That R is actually R. So if you replace the circle with ka, it becomes kru. Example of the use of kru is Krishna. Clear?
that part is
Ka, ru, Krishna. The second one is not necessarily used in a particular word that I am talking about. I don't know an example to give you for double R.
That's what I was asking.
Whereas if you use the, you will have many examples of dhru.
Dhruva.
நிறைய ஸ்லோகத்துல வரும்.
Okay, it's for the vowel ka, I mean consonant ka.
Kaல எனக்கு example தெரியும். But dala there are plenty of examples that you will see in Devi. But I can get you some examples of words next time.
No. Just thinking of examples so that you can relate.
Clear? Okay. So the dependent vowels is clear now. No confusion. Yeah. நீங்க இது பண்ணுங்க the diphthongs, simple vowels and diphthongs பண்ணுங்க.
A, E, U, R, L. Correct?
Diphthongs.
A, I, O, O.
Correct. Short vowels சொல்லுங்க நீங்க சுஜாதா.
A, E, U, R, L.
L. You just don't have to drag it. Lu chalodavada. L. Adhe mari long vowels. Ninga chalgo.
A, E,
Illa. A, E.
A, E,
No, when you say A, you can, that is where you extend it. A.
A,
Don't cut it short. A, E,
A, E,
U,
U,
R,
R,
A, I, O, Au. Full justification. So similar vowels are A, E are all similar vowels. Very straightforward, right? Any questions for online people? Okay, I don't see any questions, so we can move on. We are moving to page 2. Last time we said, what is Vyanjanani?
consonants.
Good. Vyanjanani is a Sanskrit word for consonant. If you can remember, great. If you don't remember, that is fine.
Okay.
Because our task is to just learn how to chant the slokam, not to be an expert in Sanskrit. Okay. So, as I said, every word or every syllable, you chant in a proper way. When you say ka, you hold your tongue against the palate. When you say ha, you exhale air. So, based on those characteristics, these syllables are all categorized. Right? Aspirate, non-aspirate. Aspirate means you actually exhale air. Non-aspirate, you don't need to do it. Sonant means you have to have na, it's a clear sonant. And when you start talking Vedam, again, each of those letter syllables have got their own devatas. Each aksharam has got a devata. Each aksharam has got a natural frequency. So when you chant na, you don't put additional stress on na. Na, it becomes jarring and absolutely bad. So you let na come in this stand. Om Namo Bhagavate. That has to be said in the same way. It's the same Om Namo. Om Namo. It doesn't sound good because you are now messing around with the natural frequency of na. So the composition of even the Vedic meters are all keeping in mind the natural frequencies of all the syllables. So it is like a huge physical experiment where you say, okay, if I keep hitting all these letters with these natural frequencies and this combination and this pitch, I get the desired effect. That is why mantras are powerful. So when somebody says, I'm going to chant mantra for Punyavachanam or Kumbhabhishekam and I'm going to energize the water, and if you don't believe it, you just have to do a physical experiment. You'll be able to see that. So there are experiments for Topukarnam, there are experiments for power of Darbai. You can see it in WhatsApp and many other. And if you start then associating all those practices with what actually is done in the puja, you will understand. When you do Punyavachanam, you will see a big kurcham going inside. It is because the tip of the kurcham is supposed to be a good absorber of all the energies and vibrations. Now, if you're placing all the leaves and coconut and flowers and vastram, everything, the ability of your mantram to reach the water inside is diminished. So you do the kurchan through which it is like a conductor. It absorbs all your chanting, transmits it and energizes the water. That is why you take that Punyavajanam water and start doing prokshanam on everybody. So there are lots of significance if you understand the purpose. So it all relies basically on how we chant. Right? So the next group is gutturals. So as I mentioned last time, if you see ka, below the ka there is an accentuation letter. It is because a default generic version of all these consonants in Sanskrit is called k. K. You don't open up like ka. The k plus a dependent vowels becomes ka. The ka plus a becomes ka. So this is not there in Hindi or any other language. This is specific to Sanskrit. The default generic version is k, k. And then you add a, and we will learn that. As we go down, we will learn that. So remember when...
we have like ik plus a is ka, ik plus... Here you say k.
No, this is not ik. This is k.
No, Tamil I'm telling.
Correct.
How it comes. Vowel and consonant.
Correct.
Ik plus a ka.
Correct.
Ik plus a is ka.
Ka.
Like that. But here we say.
Correct.
So there is some similarity. But not in Hindi. Hindi it is like.
Straight a ka, kha, ga, da, direct out. Right.
And then they put a dot for all those.
Correct. Come.
Come.
So if you learn Devi Mahatmyam and do the Nyasam, all those things will have to be, you have to get it like this. Kam 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 kam. So when you do the Nyasam, it's more than the Karanyasam. Anganyasam is much more detailed. So we are going to learn that before we get into the Parayana. So gutturals. K. K. இல்ல ஹா இது வரக்கூடாது. No exhalation of air. Because you see that NV.
Yeah.
NV means non-voice, non-aspirate. NA is non-aspirate. That means no exhalation of air. Whereas the next one is non-voice, aspirate. So you say k. Okay. So k, k, g, g.
Yeah.
Correct. Palatals.
Ch, ch,
Correct.
j, j, nya.
Super.
Ch,
What is the difference between the last column, first letter, and first row and last column, second row?
first row வந்து it's nga.
Ah.
இது வந்து nya.
Good.
Yeah.
So clarity, right? Okay, good. Now cerebrals and linguals.
Ch, ch, j, j, na.
Super. Clear? T, t, d, d, na. Very clear. Now dentals. You see how your tongue goes and rests against the teeth. That is why they are called dental. அதே இது நீங்க பார்த்தா வந்து without taking the support of teeth நீங்க சொல்லி பாருங்க. Open your mouth and say that முடியவே முடியாது. Correct? So that is where it is categorized accordingly.
No.
Correct. Labials. Labials na enna?
Lips.
Correct.
P, P, B, B, ma.
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 That is very flat again. You don't say ma. You say ma. Okay. So it is P, P, B, B, ma. Example for P. Parameshwaran Pushpam. All of this is Pa. Next, Pa. Phalam. That is where the pronunciation is important. All of us are taught to say Phalam. It is not Phalam. It is PH. In English, if you remember PH, you will always be able to say it properly. Saphal. Saphalta da chulva. Pure Uttar Pradesh Hindi experts, they will always say, "Aap safal rahe ho."
Hindi also it's not safal.
It is never safal. You see, UP experts who know Hindi properly, they will say, "Aap safal ho." The safal illa shortcuts, shortcuts. Right? So it is. So per examples, what? Phalam. Appropriate. Fool. 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 If you read, right is on the PHOOL. Fool na meaning e maridam. So you don't want to put fool for the Swami. You want to put fool, right? So phalam, fool, phal. Phalam is benefit. Phal is fruits. Fool is idiot. So it is fool. Up fool chadai is right. So fool ba. ரொம்ப easy. Bali, Balaraman, Balam, right? All of those things are ba. Bha, Bhagwan, Bhagirathi, Bhashyam, Bhanu, Bhumi, Bhuvaneshwari, right? Bhumi, Bhuvaneshwari, ella Bha. So you see the difference between ba and bha. So now imagine when you're chanting in a shloka with a padam, and if you substitute this bhumi, you're actually making a complete difference in the meaning of the sloka. Right?
Bhavani is also in the Bhala.
Bhavani, it is Bha. Right? Okay. Ma, I don't have to say, it is very common sense. Now, the semi-vowels and sibilants. This is again, gutturals sonant aspirant. So don't worry about the characterization. You just when you see the letter, you need to relate as to how you have to chant it. As long as you get it right, don't worry about the characterization. Okay. What is the last one? Sujata Shalama? Correct. அதில் வந்து வாய்ஸ் கிளியராக வராது கா மாதிரி அதெல்லாம் வராது இட் இஸ் ஏர் ஸோ இட் இஸ் ஆக்சுவலி ஆஸ்பிரேட் நான் வாய்ஸ் அதில் கட்டுரல் இஞ்சேன்னு வரணும் ஸோ நான் இப்போ when you read in the ஸ்லோகம் ஹுதவஹம் if you say ஹுதவஹம் now you are able to understand the difference. Why am I saying hutavaham? You have to give that force no matter at what pace you chant. Hutavaham, hamsanandi, aham. எல்லாமே இந்த ஹ வரணும் கிளியரா அப்பதான் அதுக்கு அர்த்தம் உண்டு.
The Brahma, I realized only now. Only say Brahma.
It is not Brahma.
Brahma.
Correct.
Very, very rarely.
Correct. Brahma is Brahma.
Brahma.
So, Dauda, don't hesitate. ஏன்னா இப்போ நீங்க கத்துக்க முடியும். Suppose you are shy and you don't learn it right. Later on, once everybody has learned it properly, you will start making mistakes and you will be feeling bad. Like that's all. We can go slow. There is no need to rush. No. Because this is extremely important. So, on the mentally, the letter and the without hesitation or inhibition, I have seen, if you must have seen me, Narayan and Ram and chant pandrathe. Or Rudrathla vandu or Anuvagathla undu. Vyaptakeshayana varum. Those who have learned it the right way, they will chant proper adipa. Vyaptakeshayana adiyam. Adu nariya per purusa paakravadukku they will laugh. Hey, what is wrong with these people? But those who know how to chant it right, they will not care about others. They will chant it the right way. So adhe mari hutavaham. Hamesha. Right? Where in the word? Himalaya. Don't say Himalaya. Himalaya. Harihi. Apro.
Harshavardhan.
Harshavardhan.
The Hamsa Nandini you said.
Hamsa. Apro. Hamsa. Hamsa na enna? Swan. Adanala da Lufthansa. Luft in German is air. Hansa is flying. Right? Flying swan.
German and Sanskrit are
Nariya controversy like Indo-Proto language origin, common origin. Whereas we truly believe Sanskrit is the source for German also. But they don't want to accept it. And they have done much more research to put in case to say no. So other than avoid. But it is there. You know, the age of Sanskrit itself is debated. Some people say it is 5,000, some people say 500 years. So there's plenty of controversy and debate. Palatals.
Yeah. Sure.
Correct. Examples for ye, sh.
Yamuna. Yudati.
So, put in effort. Appada varo. Hesitate pannadhu.
Yantram.
Yantram.
Yakshan also yeah.
Yaksha. Yadava. Yudhishthira. Correct.
Yakshan.
Yama.
Yakshan.
No problem.
Yashoda.
So, Varadilya easier. Well, the reason I'm making you say this is it's easy to then remember. And if you are able to reel off 5-6 words, that means you're able to relate to the syllable much better. Because there are, the reason why I'm doing this is also for those of you who don't know, children's learning methods are different. What we are learning right now is called pedagogy. It is pedagogy. The adults' learning is a completely different process. Children, they absorb like a sponge. But for those of you who want to know what is learning, have you ever asked, if you look at this, you say it is iPhone. How do you know? When you were a child, it was not there. You just saw it now. You look at an apple, you are able to say it is apple. You see an orange, you are able to see orange. What is the process of learning?
Yes.
Huh?
Just for listening.
That is not enough. The main process of learning is somebody tells you the key attributes of an item or an object. Apple. If I give you the same apple in a square shape, chiseled or without touching it, you will never say it is apple. Apple madri irukkunnu dhaan solluven. You need to see that kind of a shape and the stem at the top. If I remove the stem also, you will have some doubts. Apple dana illa vera. So that is how we are programmed. So there is one half of the brain that is called database, the other half is the CPU. So you get all the senses from here. When you are taught with all those attributes. The system is programmed. Oh, I see those attributes. It runs a scan on the database and says, okay, it is apple. That's how it tells you it is apple. So imagine the amount of information you have already programmed in your brain. You have to follow the same process, which is how you will get to perfection even here, no matter what you learn. So one is ability to correlate, and most people learn through objects, physical pictures. So if I just remove all this thing and I keep on just teaching you orally, in our present day capability, it is very difficult to learn. Whereas the method of learning in the good old days when we didn't have iPhone, TV and all those distractions was oral. There was no document. But here we need to be able to relate it to a picture. So if I give you an example, Yamuna na, because you are already used to saying Yamuna. So if there is any doubt in looking at that letter, Yamuna, takkana, your association happens. That is where you gather speed. Rudra speed is perfection. Problem is.
And then adults also mostly they relate with something they know already. That is what adult learning theory is.
Yeah. So that is why I am following. I am not trying to trivialize everybody's learning here just because you are sitting and learning. That's the best method of learning you will remember. Linguals. Chandra. That is precisely, see, the benefits of learning. சொன்னதெல்லாம் இப்ப நீங்களே கரெக்ட் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். That Shanmugaக்கு இந்த ஷா இல்ல. So ஷாக்கு என்னென்ன எக்ஸாம்பிள்? Shankara, Shambho, Shambhavi, Shambho இல்ல, Shambho, Shambhavi, Shahar in Hindi, Shahar is city, for those of you who don't know Hindi, Shahar is Shankarku in the Shada, Shivan, Shakti, Shank, Shank is Tamil, Shank, இந்த முதல்ல இதில் படிச்சோம்னா ஷங்க். அதே நீங்க வேர்டை மாத்தினா சங்கம் க வரும். சங்கம் விஸ்வநாதராம சசிதரம் ஷரீரம். So the difference between this and the other sha is Shanmukha. You don't give a hard press, whereas here it is Shivan. You do a lot of good there. So Shivan, Shambho, they're hard. Shanmukha, Pushpam. You never say Pushpam. You see the difference between Pushpam and Pushpam. Adu practice panni varlam. Most people don't bother. The more you practice and chisel all this is, you are all three of you are not there yesterday. I insisted that whenever they chanted Soundarya Lahari, they will make sure that the pitch is correct. And they started chanting. The alignment is beautiful. So that is where these things are important. Right. This is a lingual children, Chandra. Right. Rama, Rukmani, Rambha, Ranganayaki. நிறைய இருக்கு இல்லையா? புஷ்பம் தான் நம்ம சொல்லியாச்சு, ஷண்முகா சொல்லியாச்சு, ரஞ்சனி. ஆமா, கரெக்ட். ரைட். சரவணன் என்ன சொல்லணும்? சரவணன் இது Sharavanan also is the second. Shanmuga, Sharavana Baba. Unfortunately, when people say, they say Sharavanan or Sharavana Baba. Tamil வந்து கரெக்டா சாப்பிடுவோம். அங்க வந்து உங்களுக்கு you will never see the but it is interchangeably used. But
Saraswati and the Saraswati.
இல்ல சரஸ்வதிக்கு சா ஷா வந்து நம்ம சா போடுறோம்ல சாமுண்டியோட சா அந்த சா யூஸ் பண்ணுது சந்திரான் போடுறது.
ஆமா.
பட் இதுல ஷண்முகாக்கு ஏன் கன்ஃபியூஷன் வருதுன்னா ஷா போடுறது. ஆமா.
முதல் ச வந்து இந்த ச ர இஸ் வந்து இந்த
இல்ல அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சாவும் நிறைய பேர் அந்த சா போடுறாங்க.
சரஸ்வதி நம்ம இஸ் வரும். அது ரெண்டு தான் வடமொழி எழுத்துனே வந்திருக்கும் தமிழ்ல. ரெண்டு வடமொழி எழுத்துக்கள் என்னன்னா அந்த ச and then the pushpam இந்த ரெண்டு இஷ்யூமே ச and இஷ்.
But it is a debatable point there. அதுக்காக தான் சொன்னேன். Many people will say சிவனோட ஷா தான் ஷண்முகாவை யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க.
ஆமா.
ஏன்னா தமிழ்ல ஷான்னு யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க.
இல்ல பாக்க போனா தமிழ்ல சிவன் சாதா சொல்லுவா.
ஆமாமா.
சிவன்
இல்ல பட் ஆனா ஷண்முகான எதிர்த்து நீங்க பார்த்தா ஷண்முக பிரியாக்கு வந்து இந்த வா போட்ட இந்த ஷா தான்
பெரியவாளே அந்த ஒரு இதுல வந்து ஒரு பெண் இதுக்கு வந்து வச்சா சிவத்துல இருந்து ஈ எடுத்துட்டேன்னாக்கா என்ன ஆகும்? பெண்கள் பெயர் வந்து ஈர முடியற மாதிரி இருந்தா நல்லது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டார். பார்வதி, சரஸ்வதி, லக்ஷ்மி அப்படின்னு. அப்போ he was giving an example. சிவம்ல இருந்து ஈ எடுத்துட்டால என்ன ஆகும்? சோ அப்போ சிவம்னு சொல்லுது.
கரெக்ட்.
சிவம்.
சோ தமிழ்ல வந்து நிறைய இடத்துல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சரவண பவன் தான் எழுதுவாங்க. They will not say சரவண பவன். Whereas when you say ஷண்முக பிரியா or ஷண்முகம், they use the other sha. I don't know the origin for that.
But those who know Tamil, we won't write Shanmuga. I write Shanmuga as Sa in Muka. That is the right word because there is no sha word starting word in Tamil. So it has to be Shanmuga. Sa.
Correct.
But when you say, they say, some of them they say like Shanmuga.
Yeah. So we have to be aware of it. As I said in the first class, we will not benchmark others, we will not correct others, we will only learn what we are doing. Correct. Dentals, L, S. Right? Very easy. Lambodara, Lata,
Lalitangi.
oh, Sa, Sujata. Correct. Where? Learn, sir, example. Lavanya, correct. Lata, Lalita, Latangi, Lakshmi. Abram.
Layam.
Okay, good. Sir.
Saraswati.
Amama.
Saraswati.
Samudram, very good. Sadhu. Samayam. Sakshi. Online people have got a pass, huh? They've got a nice pass. Yeah, they can type. They can type and contribute. They are listening. Let them answer it. Online people, you can also put it on WhatsApp. Sindhu, correct.
Sankari.
Sankari illa, Shankari da solluva.
Appo that will be Shivanura. Sha. For Shankari.
Shivanura. Correct.
Shiva Shankari.
Simham. Anything. Technically, Tamil la paaka pona en peru saalenda aarambikkum. Sivakumar. There is no Shivakumar in Tamil.
But actually, Shiva.
SIBA da. I was very clear from day one.
Sivakumar.
Yeah, I had one of the best fight with the 10th standard board exam people, where they insisted you need to have a last name. I said, if I don't have one, you can't create. This is how it is going to be. It is spelling is SIVA. You make a mistake, I'll make you reissue the certificate. There are people who came under pressure. The last name la vandu nil nu potta. They got the last name forever as Mil. Who cares?
Enga kaatla kedadhu last name only initial.
Illa north la vandu they will insist.
North la they all South India la it is.
Shivakumar is Tamil pair, it's not a Sanskrit.
Illa Sivakumar, I am a Tamilian, I am Sivakumar, so I write SIVA. But when you go to north, they don't have Sivakumar. It is all Shiv, Shankar, ella abdida. Right? Devanagari, they are predominantly Devanagari based. Tamil is only 40% of Sanskrit overlap. So I can't change my name to SHIVAKAMR. So Shivakumar, Shiv Kumar, the karaname is because of the Hindi influence or North Indian language influence. Oh, we are typing the YouTube chat. Okay. 1 second. I don't know where you're typing, but I'm not able to see it. Next time I will do some screenshots so that you know where to type. Okay. Labials. V. Right? Correct. Where? Varnam போடலாம்ல. வாதாபி வர்ணம் வாராஹி வருணம் அப்புறம்
Lakshmi, Vasumati,
Vidya.
Vidya.
It is Vidya. It is actually Sanskrit சொல்ல போனீங்கன்னா Vidya.
Vidya.
That is why when you see her spelling, her tata Sanskrit, it is Vidha. It is not Vidya.
Now Vidya, and the Vidya, I type Vidha. But people correct me. No, I'm only Vida. Okay, Vida.
So
Vidya.
Vidya. So, where is it?
Vamanam.
Vamanam. Vidhy.
Vamanam.
Veeram. Bali. Vanamali. Vakratunda. Vadhura. Lavatapi. Rayar. Right? So now you will remember how to sing. Why is it called a labial? Where a labial in the previous page? Huh? Pa. Lips the labial. Pa. Pa. Ba. Bha. Ma. மூணுத்துக்கும் எல்லாருக்கும் அந்த லிப்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்றோம். அதனாலதான் லேபிள். All right. So I think we are making progress. Any questions from online people? பத்தல நிறைய டைப் பண்ணிருக்கா. ஸ்கிரீன்ஷாட் அனுப்பிச்சிட்டா. சூப்பர். யூடியூப் சாட்ல okay, I have to see where they are seeing this. Still excellent. Okay. Now our screenshot anuprem. This I am not able to see it. Once after the class I will see and I will let you know. Yeah, this should show up. I don't know why. Okay, we'll figure that out. Thanks. Thank you, Prashanti. So now we are getting to the rule. So we will at least go for 1 or 2 rules today. We did the groundwork. If you are comfortable with the groundwork, then we can go to the rule. So we are on page 4 of 9. Visarga Sandhi rule A. So Visarga, what is Visarga? Vijaya? Correct. The 2 dots is called Visarga in Sanskrit. Colon. So what happens if the colon is followed by a particular letter, vowel, consonant, voiced, consonant, non-voiced, aspirate, non-aspirate? That is what you are going to learn, which is why the first part of the categorization was important. So even if you forget, no harm in going and referring. I have another habit of learning. I never try to impress people with my memory. Even when I was a consultant, when I landed in this country, first time everybody said, as soon as I started doing consulting, I used to open SAP Help as one additional screen. The project manager said, oh, close that screen. I said, why? Oh, no, the client will think you don't know, you're learning here. I said, I'm not contracted for memory capability.
Yeah. You cannot remember all the.
I would rather look at it and make sure that I'm saying things right instead of just proving my memory is right and giving all wrong advice. If the client wants to test my knowledge, he can close this thing and ask questions, I'll answer. So I actually set the standard in the team to say, don't feel shy or ashamed to open the help document and keep it open. Likewise, it is not advisable to look and chant. It is always the best thing to be memorizing everything and chanting. But you can't be memorizing on day 1. So there is a process of learning. There is a process where you're getting comfortable. The day you're comfortable, just close it and chant. That's the best form of chanting, no doubt about it. But I don't believe everybody who is looking and reading are committing a sin. Because there is a process from where you are a beginner to becoming an expert. It's okay. This is my belief system. So we don't have to argue, but I don't want you to be feeling under pressure and looking at something. Okay. So Visarga to O. The A and Visarga, that means the vowel A and Visarga standing for us changes to O when followed by A. So take a breath, deep breath, and look at the example. So what happens is the Visarga changes to O and the A of the second word changes to Avagraha. What is Avagraha? Is that letter. S Mari. So, example, classic example. Namaha. There is a Visarga at the end of the first word. Namaha. Correct? Astute. That is exactly what they're talking about. There is a Visarga followed by the first letter is A of the next word. The Visarga becomes O, so Maha becomes Mo. But you don't say Namo is Tute, Namostute. You do a Avagraha. So it is Namostute. So now you understand, if somebody has put in so much of effort to put in a rule, define a Avagraha character and make sure it is in the script. Sometimes I used to feel very uncomfortable when I came new to this country and I started seeing people chanting by my side. In the middle of Rudram, they will say Ashvebhyaha. Avagraha is not for A. There is a reason why it is made as Avagraha, because you say it together, two words. So you cannot break it and say A. It is Namostute. It is not Namo Astute. There cannot be any better proof and example than this. Why Namostute is correct and not Namo Astute. So anywhere you see, now you know why, and if you want to learn it by splitting it, you know how to split it. So whenever you see Namostute and you want to split and learn, you will say Namaha Astute or Namo Astute. The Aha becomes O and the Avagraha is introduced because the first letter of the second word is A. Clear? So padikirthe and the rule romba kashtamā irundhu. Now you take an example, it's easy.
What did you say for Visarga? I forgot suddenly.
Colon. Two dots.
Two dots. And Visarga is a...
No, the two dots is Visarga. Avagraha. The A mari S mari letter. That is called Avagraha. Clear? Take your time to absorb this, learn it, apply in different scenarios, and see if you have questions. If you don't have questions, then we can go to the other rules. Because there are only main 10 rules. Actually, there are about 50, 70, 60 rules. But if you go to all those details, you will forget all the first rule that you've learned. These 10 rules are compiled by experts and will cover nearly 80 to 90% of the cases. Which is why I didn't put in effort to take the other rules. Right? So, if you take the example, A and Visarga, which is plus A equal to O and Avagraha. That means Shivaha plus Aham. It becomes Vaha becomes Vo and Aham. The A is replaced by Avagraha. So it becomes Shivoham. Shivoham. It is not Shivoham. Shivoham. So Shivoham. Right? So Shivoham. And every time you see this, if you say it this way, you will be in sync with everybody. You are technically correct and it will sound good. So the Visarga stands for this. Okay.
One second. The example is Shiva.
Shivaha
Shivaha
plus Aham equal to
Shivoham.
She remains as she.
Yeah.
Vaha becomes Vo. And whether it should become Vo or Vas or Var is determined by what is the first letter of the next word. Clear?
Yes.
That is the essence of this rule. Aham. So after Shivaha, Aham. If after Shivaha, if it is Swami, the rule is different.
This rule is only for.
This rule is for this combination.
Colon and that.
The colon can be after Va, Ka, Ta, whatever. It doesn't matter. If it is Ta, it becomes To. If it is Va, it becomes Vo. Right? Am I clear? But whether it becomes O and whether the avagraha comes in is determined by the first letter has to be A. Aham, Asmi. These are all starting with A. If you see two examples that they've given, Shivaha plus Aham is equal to Shivoham. Next, Ramaha, Asti is Ramosti. Clear up? Maha becomes Mo. Asti, the A is replaced by Avagraha. So it becomes Ramosti.
Ramosti. Asti and meaning,
Huh?
Asti.
Meaning theriyadhu, but the combination is Ramosti. Okay? You want to take time and memorize it and practice it over and over again. Whatever you learn, don't forget Aha followed by A of the next word. That is what this rule is about. So look for more examples in the slokams wherever you read. Wherever you see Namostute, you know how to split it. These are the way by which you can memorize it. But you need to get used to it. Okay? It was interesting for one of the lady from California to say she has gone through all the rules. When she came to this Visarga Sandhi rules, it was too complicated. She said, it's not making sense because no matter what you read, you're not able to absorb. But this presentation was literally encouraging her to come. And she has also put in an attempt to go back to Devi Mahatmyam and Soundarya to figure out all the shlokas that we have learned so far to see where these rules are coming in. That's a fantastic way of learning. So, the first rule A1 is A followed by the next one. Visarga to O. Now, if you see the example, Namaha plus Narayanaya. So, it is not starting with A. It is starting with Na. So, Namaha plus Narayanaya. It is Namo Narayanaya. The Maha becomes Mo. The subsequent word remains as is. And there is no avagraha. So, Namo Narayanaya. If you split it, you can say Namaha Narayanaya, word by word. But when you chant as a slokam, you have to say Namo Narayana. Clear? Now, is there any doubt now in your mind? Whenever you see a aha in the slokam, are you going to read it as Namaha Narayanaya?
Namo.
இது படிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் ரெண்டு ரூல் தான் படிச்சிருக்கோம்.
No.
Is there any doubt in your mind? No, because somebody has written the grammar. They know what the language is all about. They have put in efforts, and so many people have documented it. Books are published. There is a reason for it. If these rules were not in existence, then it makes sense for us to say Namaha Narayana and particularly combine. These are specific rules with which you do that. So anybody who has got questions to me, is that person chanting right or am I chanting right? Question never. We have learned, so we will follow this rule and just do what we have to do. Ignore everything else. Correct. Left, right. So, example of, cholunga, neenga first example neenga arrange padingo.
Namaha plus Narayanaya.
Neenga solradhu vandu online la kaadila vedum.
Namaha plus Narayanaya.
Narayana. Moonu shuina.
Narayanaya.
Na. Vani cholunga.
Vani.
Nee illa. Innu harda varala.
Vani.
Vani.
No, you have to press the tongue up. Na.
Ni.
Me. Me. Okay, harda. நாராயணாய.
Narayanaya.
அதே மாதிரி ய வந்து கிளீனா வரணும். ய, because we said, right, Yamaha, Yaman, Yudhishthir. We didn't say Yudhishthir. Yudhishthir.
Yeah.
It is Y. It starts with Y.
Something.
ஆமா. அது வந்து நம்ம என்ன ஃபாஸ்டா சொன்னாலும் in every ஸ்லோகம் வியோமேக அப்படின்னாக்கா பியோன்னு வரணும். You can't say பியோ. half hearted சொல்லணும். ஃபுல்லா சொல்லணும். Right? So நமஹ plus நாராயணாய. It is நமோ நாராயணாய. Now next நீங்க படிங்க.
Rama plus sorry, Ravaha plus Gachati equals Ramo Gachati.
Correct. Particularly the way you said cha was beautiful. You have to land on the half letter gach chati. The moment you say ich, you are ready for the cha. There's a lot of exhalation of air. Cha. Cha examples.
Chaya.
Beautiful.
Chamaram.
illa chamaram is chamundi oda cha. Apram
Chandra. Chatri.
Chatri, yes. Champak vandu cha. Soft. Chai. நீங்க சொல்லுங்க.
First.
ரெண்டு இருக்கிறது குட். ಛಾಯಾ ಛತ್ರಂ ரெண்டு வந்து அந்த ஓகே. if you can think of more, good. So I have a question. What is the difference between diphthongs o and au and long vowels o and au? நிறைய lag இருக்கு போல இருக்கு. ஆமா. Those four which you see, if you are talking about why o and au are appearing in both, there is no difference. They are called diphthongs in the way in which it is pronounced, because it is a combination with a plus o becoming o and au. Prashant, is that your question? Because o and au are appearing in both? Wow, 749 ke cut. I didn't see it. Okay, got it. Yeah. So Visarga Sandhi rule. Yeah, I think it is 804. So in the rendu rule நம்ம படிச்சதை இப்ப ஞாபகம் வெச்சுப்போம். We will stop with this and start with the Devi Mahatmyam. Ramaha. So whenever you see the colon, you have to use ha. Ramaha. Namaha. அதே மாதிரி சப்போஸ் கீ வந்திருந்தது விஷயம், அதுக்கப்புறம் ரெண்டு கோலன் வந்ததுன்னா என்ன பண்ணுது? Kihi. The Visarga will be pronounced based on what is the preceding. Correct? Ma vanduna maha, ki vanduna kihi. Adu nyavagam vechukkom. So whenever you see the Visarga, when you read it separately, you have to give Ramaha, Shivaha, Namaha. Right? Okay. So great. With this, we will wrap up the Sanskrit part. I will have to close this YouTube session and open the other one. Thank you all once again for your patience and cooperation. Really appreciate it. I would request all of you to join the Devi Mahatmyam link, which is a different link. In the